Welcome back to another one of our Arizona real estate market review videos. We are super excited to have you back, and oh my gosh, we are starting to see some movement out there. So, welcome back. This video is a little bit longer of a video. It's a deep dive into the Metro Phoenix, Arizona real estate numbers. So, if this is something that you're interested in, just a reminder, we are looking at macro numbers, not micro numbers, and all real estate ultimately boils down to the micro numbers, what's happening in your neighborhood with your kind of house in your area with the condition that it's at and the price point that's at. So this conversation, though, is a little bit bigger and is going to give you the big, broad picture about what is happening in the Arizona real estate market right now. All right, as usual, we're going to go ahead and share our screen and have a look at what is happening with our market factoids. So let's jump over to here and review what we have going on. All right, so you should be looking at our February 2025 real estate market factoids. Let's talk about our supply. So if you will recall, supply is measured on a 30-day. How long would it take us to sell off all the supply that we have? And inventory is measured annually, so 12 months. All right, so just as looking at those numbers, when they line up, that means that for almost a whole year, we have been trending about the same. Okay, that gives us a relatively flat market. So let's look at what we're talking about here. So our supply went down, actually. We're starting to see it trend back up. This is a very normal seasonal thing that happens. We come out of the new year and we start to see our inventory dip, and now we are starting to see it rise again. But as we pulled these numbers at the end of February, you are seeing a very normal seasonal dip. So we went from 5.1 months worth of supply down to 4.2 months of supply. Again, we've already seen this number tick back up as in our weekly trackings. Our inventory number, the days on market, or I'm sorry, the inventory days have gone up just slightly from 113 days to 120 days. And again, with the market that we're in right now, we are expecting to see that number continue to kind of go up a bit. Our active days on market, that number went up by 1 day. Who cares? Just keeping an eye on that one. Our close days on market went down by 2 days. So again, stuff's still selling. Stuff is still selling. And we're going to talk about kind of what we're seeing out there right now in the market as soon as we get through these factoids. All right, our active price per square foot, that number did come down. That number is now sitting at $362.62 a square foot. Our sold price per square foot, again, that number went down a little bit too, $311.91 a square foot. Our average sold over the last 30 days went down $623,619. So again, a little bit of a math review. Let's remember average, we take everything and we divide it by the number. Okay, so if you have a few extra high luxury properties, and then you have a few extra, like it kind of is weird. So when we're talking about affordability in Arizona, I actually want you to kind of play more in that median sold number. Okay, so median sold, if you remember from math lesson, we we take out all the outliers and we find the middle, and that is median. And so our median sold right now is $455,000. So again, if we're looking at affordability in the state of Arizona, you're looking at probably somewhere in the 455 to 555 range. You can find pretty decent houses in that range. So just want you to kind of remember that, okay? All right, now let's look at our average 12 months. That number, again, another all-time record high. Average sold over the last 12 months, $593,757. And our median sold over the last 12 months kind of went up just a little bit, $449,900. Our appreciation price per square foot over the last 12 months held exactly even at 4.3%. Now, in the last 30 days, our appreciation dropped from 9% to 6.5%. However, 6.5% is still a positive number. So even though it is in red, we're still in the positive. Okay, so I don't want that to be a misleading number. And as a reminder, healthy appreciation for real estate is between 4 and 6%. When we were back up at 12%, 19%, remember I told y'all we're like super fire, like, oh my gosh, we have a fever, we're very sick. Yeah, we're coming back to healthy. Healthy. We love healthy. So glad to have healthy. All right, so I'm going to take down these factoids and we are going to just talk. Let's just talk for a minute about what's going on in the Arizona real estate market. All right. We have been talking for a long time about the supply and demand question. And for a long time, we kept saying, oh, we just need more supply. We just need more supply. Well, it's an interesting, like, economic conversation to have. And yes, we do need more supply. However, what we are seeing right now is that it never really was a supply issue, that what we're dealing with is a demand crisis. Okay, there's a lot of things that play into that conversation. We're talking about things like inflation. We're talking about cost of construction. We're talking about job security. We're talking about debt. We're talking about a lot of things right now. Interest rates are a big part of that conversation. So even though we are starting to see more supply come on the market, we are seeing very flat pending numbers and sold numbers, which is now telling us that this is not so much about more supply, it's about buyer demand. Excuse me. So, yeah, that is something that we're finding to be a very interesting trend and a very interesting observation. So, houses are absolutely still moving, houses are still selling, but we're not seeing that big rush to buy more houses as more houses are coming to market. So let's talk about a couple of numbers here. March is beginning the most available listings in over 10 years. So we actually, in the state of Arizona, have about 24,620 listings, active listings now on the market. Back in 2022, there were only 8,144. So again, you can see we're starting to solve the proposed supply problem. But when we jump down into our pending under contract numbers and our closed sales, what we're seeing is that in February, we ended with 8,462 under contract and then 5,780 that actually closed in February. All right, now the closed number is up 23% month over month, but again, that's pretty normal seasonality. And so it felt good. But our under contract number is actually 10% down month over month and is actually the lowest since about 2015. All right, so there's some mixed messages. If you're feeling a little confused about the Arizona real estate market, it is not surprising. It is a little bit confusing right now. So let's jump down really quick. Oh, a couple other things of note. We've talked about this a few times in the past few months, but right now over 50% of our listings are offering and selling with some sort of seller concessions. And in Maricopa County, 55% of those closings between 300,000 and 600,000 had kind of an average of $10,000 in concessions. All right, so I want you to kind of think about that if you're planning on selling your house. Those are some of the things you need to be budgeting in to your numbers when you're thinking about selling your house. Now, I focus primarily on the East Valley, so I just want to bring this to light. If we break this down by price points, what kind of market are we in right now? Anything that is in the price range of $0 to $250,000, actually, we're in a buyer's market because the majority of those are they're huge fixer-uppers or they're investor specials, cash, those kind of things. They're not flying off the shelf. Anything that is from 250 to 500,000, which is more in your FHA eligible range, you're in a seller's market in the East Valley. Okay, sellers have a little bit more control. Again, depends on the neighborhood, depends on the price point, all those kind of things. But right now, based on the month's worth of supply, seller's market. And then anything from 500,000 up to 800,000 in the East Valley cities is pretty much a balanced market. And then anything from $8,000 up, you are in a buyer's market again. And that is predominantly mostly just in the East Valley. But again, talking really micro numbers are the reality. We're talking macro number, the micro numbers for your neighborhood and all that is it may play a little bit differently. So just to wrap up this video, yeah, we are seeing movement. We're going to start moving into our spring seasonality where we're going to start to see more houses come to market, and we're going to potentially see more and more buyers come to market as well. With the dip in our interest rates over the last week or so, and again, they're moving around all the time, but last week we saw them dip a little bit. We may see additional competition out there in our real estate market coming into our spring and summer seasonality, our sell-off. So if you have any questions about the Arizona real estate market as a whole, if you are looking to buy or sell in the Arizona real estate market, please don't hesitate to reach out to myself or my team, the Living 48 Real Estate team. We are here to assist you with all of your Arizona real estate needs and answer any questions that you might have. So as always, if you like this video, if you found any value in it, please do give us a thumbs up, a comment in the comments below, ask a question. If you have a specific question for me, feel free to give us a DM. You're welcome to visit our website at www.living48realestate.com. That is the number 4 and the number 8 realestate.com. And yeah, as always, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and share this information with those you know who might appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Catch you next month.